Yes guys, and welcome to RGHandhelds once again. Thanks for joining us. Today we're checking out Anbernic's new latest device yet again. They tend to release one every month, this being the latter, the new Anbernic 353PS. It's another budget version of the already 353P. You can see there they are both identical, but this is more aimed at a budget device. Before we go ahead and unbox that, I just want to quickly go through a quick spec lowdown. Obviously they don't put the specs on the box these days now. I've not added this to our website yet, but I will be shortly after this video. You can see the specs here. It will run Linux only, so it's going to be a Linux distro only. There's no Android on this one. That's one of the cutbacks I've done. So there's no EMMC chip inside, which normally stores the Android on the 353P. It's running the same processor, the 3566, which is the A55 Cortex, has 4 cores. You all know that processor, which is in the 353P already. It's running the G52 GPU. Another cutback they done was the 1 GB of RAM now, whereas the 353P has 2 GB of RAM. Everything else remains the same, still has a 3.5 inch 640 by 480, and that's the resolution right there, your PPI. It still has that 500 milliamp battery in the back, so you still have decent amount of power. Everything else again still remaining the same. Let's just get to the, still has the dual SD card slot, so you'll be happy to know that, which is Linux only, so one will be your internal and one will be for external card. And you'll be glad to know they kept the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth, whereas the RK2023 does not have built-in Wi-Fi, I believe. There you go. Everything else is remained the same. So that is that. That was just a quick spec lowdown I wanted you guys to check out before we go ahead, as they don't put the specs on the box these days, where they used to do it. They also sent me a cool case. Thank you very much, Anbernic. Just want to say big thanks to Anbernic for sending out the sample, Wildly for arranging it. Thanks guys, and Maxu as always giving us all these cool handhelds. Thank you very much guys. So let's go ahead and unbox this thing, and then we'll compare it to the last model, and we'll also compare it to the RK2023, which is a budget handheld, which is aimed in this category as this 353PS. So you can see the box is the same as the first iteration. There was a media SD card in there, which I've already put in. You get your wipes. You also get your manual as usual guys. The same old manual. If you do have the 353P guys, this is a Linux only version. Main difference is it does not have Android. So there's your screen protector. So no Android guys, so that means no internal EMMC memory. Everything's running off SD card. This will be your Type-C cable in there. I won't get that out. You all know what that looks like. So let's go ahead and put this box away and just take this out. While we're doing that, we're going to power it up. I believe it's this one, same as the old one. So let's put the box out the way, power that up, and bring over the older version as well, and just so you can see and compare the both. Quickly before, while that's booting up, this is the case guys. They sent me quite a nice case, very nice fit as well. There you can see. This was sent to me as an additional. I'm not sure, I don't think you actually get it with the device. It's additional item, but you can see there it fits very nicely indeed. So that is the device powered up. We'll take a look and compare it to the other one. So basically, as you can see, both are identical. There's no difference whatsoever. Speakers, USB cards, 3.5mm jacks down the side there, exactly the same. Your stacked shoulder buttons are exactly the same as well. You can see everything is in the same place, so they've used the same case obviously. Your L1, your R1, R2 and L2s, everything's all in the same place, and they all feel the same as well. I have compared them. So up the top you got your OTG reset button, your HD out, HDMI out, volume button up and down, and your DC there, right there. Nothing down this side. Around the back, again exactly the same. You can see this is a 353P and this is the 353PS. The S, I presume it stands for standard, budget or basic, whatever you want to call it. You know, I think Retro Game Corps has done a cool little guide on his video. Just saw his video where he explains all the naming logic behind Anbernic devices, so that was pretty cool. So you can see this is the clear version, guys. Looks quite nice. I quite like it. I'm thinking this is the Wi-Fi antenna. I'm not 100%, but it may be the Wi-Fi antenna, which is pretty cool. So you saw there, guys, exactly the same. Even the buttons are the same. They all, like this button here, protrudes a bit above. Same on the old one. I found that one protrudes a bit higher than these bottom ones, this being your power button obviously. So you guys will be at home with this device if you already have a 353P, because it's exactly the same, apart from the main differences between the two. Let's just go a quick lowdown. So basically you've only got 1 GB of RAM in this one, whereas you got 2 GB in this one. There's no Android in here, so there's no internal EMMC chip. With this one you do have the EMMC chip, which will store Android for you, so you can go ahead and dual boot. So with Android you need touchscreen. This has touchscreen. This one does not have a touchscreen, so that's another cutback there. But they still kept the Wi-Fi, internal Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, which was really cool. Those are the main differences, guys, of the device. This is more aimed at a budget device. It comes with, I believe, Batocera, Retro Game Corps, a stock version of Batocera, which Retro Game Corps did mention in his video. You can see it's the Anbernic stock. These are the details. You can see there. See what they got on there. Some Dreamcast, Neo Geo. It's going to play exactly same as the 353P, guys. You all know that because it has the same chip in. But very nice indeed. I do find these extremely comfortable to use, and I do like the new cool buttons that they put there. They do protrude the same amount as the older version, you can see, but these really stand out now. I do like that they've done that. It comes in 3 colors, guys. So Retro Game Corps video, he's got the more DMG retro style one. This is the clear version in this one, and I do know they do one more clear version. So there are 3 altogether. Aimed around about $100, I think, maybe a bit less, and that should be in about a week or so, maybe over a week. Aiming around about $90 to $100, guys. I think it's a bargain because you're still getting the main features from the 353P. And don't forget, there's so many custom firmwares out there. You got UOS, JELOS, ArcOS, Batocera. You got so many OSs to straight away choose from and boot up in the Linux slot. And that slot there, the second slot, is for your external card. You know, so I think it's a great value for money. I actually prefer Linux over Android anyway, so you know, this was a bonus for me. I don't tend to use Android unless it's really a powerful device, you know, going up to Anbernic's higher, like 505 type T618 chip. I don't really tend to use the lower end budget Android devices, but so that's why this was perfect. They also have some cool vertical games on here, so let's kick it off with a couple of vertical games and see how this plays on vertical, because I am a vertical arcade fan for sure. So I presume you're gonna just fire it up here. Oh, I pressed the power button. There you go. So you can see we're perfectly vertically, which is one of the selling points of this device. So you do have the option to play vertically. And I presume to get out, you're just gonna, I think you have a button on the top here. Normally a button here to come out. Oh, that has reset the device. So let's check out another game. Just a second. So Dreamcast, Dead or Alive 2. Tekken 6, PSP.
Round one. Fight. KO. You win. Round two.
MAME Afterburner 2. N64 F-Zero. Sonic the Hedgehog, Mega Drive. Mortal Kombat 4 PlayStation. Contra Spirits Game Boy. Aliens Infestation DS. So that's it, guys. I'm going to wrap it up there, and a shortcut, you press this button and this button together and it will exit out the emulator, and I'll give you an option to get out, or normally it directly exits out the emulator. So that is the retro game 353P, guys. I really enjoyed playing this. One of the most comfortable handhelds you can get out there at the moment, being that controller friendly. You know, it has the grips on the back. It's just so perfect, and you have the stacked shoulders which feel great as well. And compared to the older version, I wouldn't say older, just the more higher end Android dual boot version, it's exactly the same, guys. So the choice is yours. Do you want to have Android on it, or do you don't use Android and just want the Linux side of it, which you're going to get a cutback of 1 gig of RAM, which with Linux does not make that much difference, because Linux is so optimized, so it will run just as good as you know, this version, whereas Android, you're going to need that extra gig of RAM just to run all the apps and stuff in the background that Android actually uses. So not a big deal in the RAM, guys. So that is the 353PS. It will be on sale shortly. Give it a week or so. This was an early review unit that was sent to me by Anbernic. Thank you very much. Looking around about the $90 to $100 mark. Could be less, I don't know. I've not had any information on pricing as of yet. I will provide the links once it goes live, guys, in my YouTube channel, websites, and our Discord channels for RGHandhelds. Thank you very much for watching. Just before we go, I'm just going to compare it to the device that it's trying to market to the budget devices, which is the PowerKitty RK2032. Very similar device, guys. You can see size wise, obviously it's bigger, but it also has a dual card slot. The screen is very nice on here as well. It's got a very nice IPS screen, but don't forget you don't have any Wi-Fi, I believe, on this version, whereas you do have on this, and that might be a big deal breaker for a lot of people. Maybe they did like the PowerKitty but no Wi-Fi. You have to use external dongle, obviously, and pop it into the Types OTG port or wherever it's gonna go. So that's the only downside of that. I believe it don't have Wi-Fi. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure someone said it does not have Wi-Fi built in, or it does have the Wi-Fi drivers. It does have the internal Wi-Fi, but there's no drivers available, something like that. But I will confirm 100%. But my personal opinion, I prefer this one, to be honest. Even though the screen is a lot nicer on the Power Kitty, you know, it has that really nice screen, but screen sizes are very much similar. But it's just the comfortability of this, and I don't know, it just looks nicer and feels nicer to play than the Power Kitty. This looks a bit cheapy, plasticky. You know the quality on this device is perfect. You know, that's the deal breaker for me between all these guys. I'm pretty happy much. So let me know if you like the video, guys. That is it for the Anbernic 353PS, which will be out shortly. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you have a good time. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we will see you soon.